Archers, a finicky bunch, aren't they? Prancing around and doing a bunch of damage. Well, this is going to be the video that's now going to take all the data that we have, everything that I've run in KVK, what I'm going to show you. How does Alp Arslan perform? How is Zhuge performing with Chen? Is it better or worse? Well, we've got all the information now because this, guys, I'm telling you, this guy right here, he has had a long life in Rise of Kingdoms, but we need to leave him on the bench. We'll talk about all of that, why. We'll give you the data. We'll give you what to do with the archers. We'll talk about the future of archers and how this thing is going to work right now. Hey everybody, I'm your boy War Daddy Chadsky. I do videos for Rise of Kingdoms and content for Rise of Kingdoms all the time. If you enjoy these videos, throw a like on here. Helps out the channel, helps out everything. And if you have not subscribed, consider doing so. You can hit that subscribe button and you can hit that bell if you want to get any alerts when I put out content like this. We're in the we're in the middle of our video giveaway for the month of July and August, celebrating tons of fighting. And I'm doing a $10 flux for every video. And so I've always done giveaways, love doing it. And these daily giveaways on my videos is fantastic. Everybody takes part of them. And to enter to win, all you have to do is comment on my video. Okay, I take the random comment, throw it up, we talk about it. And so for my previous video, okay, previous video that was my cavalry march guide based on the new data that we have. Pain Pills says, as someone who skipped Gang, I can't wait for new calves so I can get my 4th combo commander. Very, very reasonable take there. My plan is to run Arthur with David and Achilles with whoever the new commander is. Thanks for the vid, Chadsky. Pain Pills, you win the $10 flux, buddy. Hit me up on Discord and I will take care of you. So with that, we're going to go into the archers now, guys. And archers have always been kind of a finicky bunch. I have had a love-hate relationship with archers for a long time, okay? For the longest time, for like 2 years, I only ran 1 archer march. Now, I've got crazy stuff to run 2 archer marches, no problem. And now I'm kind of starting to run 2 archer marches again with Alp Arslan in the mix. But we've been able to now test out how everything and everybody works, okay? And what has happened is that obviously I'm going to track everything, and I've always done it with like Cuba's Mic Report Manager, but now I can track everything when it comes to Rock Battles. Rock Battles is out now. I'm going to reference them a ton in a lot of the videos that I do, and this is the website that they have. They keep all of my battles and my pairings over here on the left. If you basically sign up, it's free to use. It's really, really easy. But they have a combat lab here that goes through the collection of battles for, let's see, Gang and Achilles, 507,000 battles. Look at the kill points, over 8 billion. So you're getting a huge sample of how this stuff works. And so the one thing that I wanted to do was say, okay, now that I've run my archers and I've run them now with Chen and YSG and Chen and Zhuge. Now I have been more leaning towards telling players to run Chen with YSG. I like the damage. We know how this thing works. Chen ramps up the skill damage incredibly, and with the museum as well. Where is my stupid museum? There it is. With the museum as well, he ramps it up even more. Plus he gives defense. And so YSG is like the GOAT of Rock. He's like the Messi of Rock, okay? YSG is in a situation to where he's always been in the meta. There was a time a couple of years ago before, I should say about a year and a half ago, before Chen came into the game, that YSG was really falling off. Not a lot of people used him in SOC. And so he went on a bit of a hiatus, and then he came back. Maybe he's more of the Michael Jordan, where he retired for a little bit of time, and then he came back. Well, Chen made it to where YSG is cooking, man. And you can't argue with the data. And let me just pull this up because I always saw this, right? I saw this for myself and what I had. These were all like a collection of reports that I had. And this is on like both of my accounts. And I run YSG and I run Zhuge. Now you can see that I ran Zhuge a lot more. I ran Zhuge a lot more in the particular battles and stuff that I was doing. And I've got a really good sample of him, and it trades amazing, right? It trades 1.5 to 1. But all my trades with YSG are always like this, like 2 to 1 trades. Like, it's insane. And I saw it, but I always thought to myself, hey, I've got I've got a situation to where I'm trying to figure out what works best for my marches, and I understand that I'm like a whale and a kraken, and maybe things are a little bit different for players. But the bottom line is, Chin with YSG was always better for me, okay? So I go cross-reference with Rock Battles, and by the way, you can sign up for Rock Battles. You can start running this thing. It is socially driven to where all of us are putting our reports in there, and we are getting the good outcome. So Rock Battles here, got all the information you want. And when you go to Chin and YSG, it's off the charts, guys. Like, it's off the charts in Rock Battles too. So this is like you can't dispute this anymore. This is like the fact of how this thing is weighted. This is the main thing you want to look at. That is your weighted trade percentage. Don't look at the average trade percentage, okay? That just has to do with the average of all the different trades. The weighted trade percentage is an average of the kill points, okay? That's the actual trade. This should actually say, I should tell Grigbar, it should say actual trade percentage. Like, and then in parentheses, this is what matters. Because on average, with over 2.4 million battles, okay, tons of reports. It includes probably hundreds of thousands of players in those reports. Just crazy. All right. The kill points you see versus the opponent kill points, it gives you this number right here. All right. So it validates, absolutely validates everything that I've always seen in my reports. And it's like, okay, well, that's it. No more argument. You can't argue with this stuff. All right. The bottom line is Chin with YSG is infinitely going to get you more kill points and better reports. It's going to be more effective in the field. And a lot of people will say, I like running Zhuge because I like Zhuge's damage reduction he does on the debuff. And that's fair. I understand that. And I get it. And that's a value. However, it's not this much of a value. Okay. Honestly, for me, doing much more damage in the field helps your team and helps everybody overall, because you're actually inflicting you're giving more of an effect in the battlefield, in your murder ball, for your team, for your alliance, for your all big murder ball when you're doing more damage. Okay. Now, if this was closer for me, all right, if it was closer in the gap of the power ratio and the kill points ratio, then I would argue, okay, the debuff works really well. We can look at running Zhuge, but I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Zhuge just not trading near as well. And so much so to where when you go over to the Rock Battles, okay, and I'll pull up my dashboard that I pulled from all the data, and I'm going to go over here to Archers. And I've got this sorted by the weighted trade, right? And of course, Chin and YSG are up there. Chin and Shajar does even more, does better than Zhuge. And let's go look at this. How many reports are included here? 69,000 reports. Okay, now we know that a lot of this has to do with the altar fights and where you just take one march in and Shajar gives you incredible sustain. Obviously, we know this with Shajar because she has got the healing that's just out of control as a secondary commander. But she also buffs, guys. She buffs. And so she does healing for multiple troops. Okay, when she does that healing, her expertise makes it to where she does normal damage buffs on those troops that are healed. Well, everybody's running combo and smite in the field, so normal damage is great. Guys, I am the poster child for normal damage. I know all about it. I run the Attila. I've been running it forever. I know everything about normal damage, how it works, and this is really, really good. So when you come over here and you look at this, you're like, okay, Chin and Shajar, when we look at this, actually does better than Zhuge, and it buffs and it heals. And the sustain is like off the charts, right? And so Zhuge now, okay, what do we do with Zhuge? If we'd rather run YSG and Shajar, what would we do with Zhuge? Do you put him with Alp Arslan? Now, Alp Arslan has come into the game, all right? He is definitely a commander that's going to give you an upgrade with archers, but I've never said he's a must-max guy. If you want to run 2 archers, he's going to give you a good upgrade. If you run 3 archers and you're an archer main, you got to max him, right? But at the same time, how did this guy perform with Zhuge? How did he perform with YSG? How did he perform with Herman? Well, let's go look at it. All right, because you can't really argue with the numbers. You've got Alp Arslan, where you're running him with Herman, and it's only trading at 81%. which makes sense because I wasn't getting great trades with it either. Okay. You've even got Herman and Ash. Now, how many reports are on this? Only 26,000 reports. The consistency's kind of down there. So I don't know if I would take that as gospel, but Herman with Alp has got a lot of trades in here, okay? He's got 34,000 trades. So we still got to run this thing more and more, but most of the people are running Alp with Herman. From here, you got over 100,000 or 100,000 reports in here. So it gives you a good consistency when you've got this for your weighted trade value. Now, when I say consistency, it's a little different from how they're doing it in Drastic. I say consistency by a larger sample, right? But Alp Arslan isn't setting the world on fire over here. And then when I say, okay, well, what's Alp and Esong and Alp and Zhuge doing? 68% for Alp with YSG? What is this? 7% Alp with Zhuge? Okay, let's put that to bed. We're not going to run Alp Arslan. We are not going to run Alp Arslan with Zhuge or YSG, okay? You're going to run them with Herman. It just makes more sense, and it does much better, okay? So from there, what do we do with Zhuge? Guys, this is it, and I hate to tell you this, but Zhuge, DOA. He's dead on arrival. He's done. We can put him in the grave. He is done running in the field. I don't recommend anybody to run him in any pairing of a 2-march setup in the field for archers now with Alp in the game. You can kind of maybe run him with Herman if you don't have Alp Arslan. But at that point, guys, you got other options to run 2 infantry or 2 cavalry at that point. I mean, goodness gracious. Like, it's just blatantly obvious. And the champion of all this, Chen and YSG, guys, in the field, the best march in the game. And you can't argue with it. All right. And so from there, what do we do? What are we expecting? Because right now, Alp Arslan's coming to the game. He's got a real finicky kit, right? Does weird stuff. And so from that standpoint, with the benevolence and malevolence effect, he's in a situation to where he's adding stacks of debuffs, stacks of buffs, all right? And he does his weird little pierced, AoE every second doing damage on marches. So he does damage, but he does weird things. And so naturally, he's working well with Herman because Herman's running up the poison stacks and it's helping out your Chen and it's helping out your Chen's YSG march. But what I'm saying is that as we look to the future of archers, we're going to get another KVK story. They said it's coming out in 2026, and we're going to get another archer commander with that story. We've had it for cavalry when Achilles came with the Song of Troy. All right. We had it for infantry when the King of All Britain came and we got Ragnar. All right. These are not wheel commanders, traditional NGE release next gen commanders. These are KVK specific commanders that anybody can use at any time at any KVK. All right. But we do not have that for archers. And so we're expecting to get that. So with that, between that commander and then the next archer commander that's going to come out in the fall, guys, trust me, we're going to get something meta to put behind Alp Arslan. And we're not even going to have to worry about Chen and YSG. This March, guys, I'm telling you this, mark your calendars. It's July 2026. In a year, in 18 months from now, we're still going to be running this March, no problem. Probably 2 years from now, we're still going to be running this March, no problem. Okay? And so just go with that. But with the new archer commanders that are coming out, we need a pair for Alp. All right, because we know his kit is really good. It's going to be much better, and they're probably going to give us a commander that pairs well with him. So that's the future of archers. If you're stuck in a situation where you didn't max Alp and you've got a Herman and Zhuge to run as your second archer march, rip, man. Good luck. Good luck. Let's just go see how that thing's doing when it comes to Herman and Herman and Zhuge. All right, is it even in here anywhere? There it is. There it is. How is this trading? Trading at 66%? I mean, boys, we can't make this happen. And I feel bad now because I'm like a Cav simp over here, and I've been complaining about the fact that we don't have enough Cav commanders. Archers, y'all got it bad. Now, you're getting carried with Chen, and you got a little bit of help from Alp Arslan, but you're about to get 2 new commanders before the end of the year, and it's really going to help you, okay? But right now, archers, they're not in a good place either. Really, the only troop type that's in a phenomenal place right now is infantry. These guys are cooking over here, and they're getting ready to get Pincer 2.0. All right, infantry is cooking. Plus, we found crazy stuff with Ivar. I don't even have Ivar on my main. I've been running Ivar with Sun Tzu on my second account, and it's actually doing pretty well. Like, I'm wrong about that. I said, there ain't no way that thing was working. There ain't no way. But it is. So infantry's in a good place. Archers, I mean, man, Wedge 2.0 has helped, but you got to remember this data right here for Zhuge and Herman is with Wedge 2.0. And so you can see here what formation. It's the wedge formation, obviously, everybody's running. But that trade number over here is just hot garbage. Like, what? What are we doing? So with that, guys, right now, I would much rather invest in Shajar than Zhuge. Much rather invest in Shajar than Zhuge. I ain't invested in Zhuge. So there's your rip. I hate doing this. It's like we gotta go play taps. And we gotta go lament about how great Zhuge was. He was meta for so long. But we're not running him with Chen anymore, boys. Nobody's doing that. We want to run YSG. That's what we want to do. The data is there. And it's great for new players coming into the game. I'm in my 4028 restart. We're ramping up the commanders, right? We're getting ready for commander swap after KVK2. We're going to have a bloody KVK2. And after that's over, I don't do anything with this guy. I'm going to get him maxed on my restart, and then I'm going to leave him. I'm going to go swap somebody else and go get Chen and have the best march in the game. Which is really kind of interesting because on the philosophy of bringing young players along, you're like giving young players the best march in the game pretty easily. And so from there, that's what this video is about. Rip Zhuge. Oh, bless his heart, man. Bless his heart. He's done. Nobody invests in this guy. You don't even put him in the good tier. You don't even put him in the niche tier. Like, only if you run 3 archer marches. And if you're running 3 archer marches, it's a rip-a-rooney. Holy. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, throw a like on here. Don't forget to comment down below. I love interacting down there. I get involved in my comments down there. And it's also great for the channel and great for the video. And you enter to win that $10 flux I give away for every single freaking video. And it ain't stopping. So with that, love you guys. You hope you have a great day, broskies.